6,365 pounds. A floor plan I've always personally liked. This is a front living room, you know, with kind of like, in a sense, dual front windshield Windjammer with a king bed slide in the back, coming in on trade here at Haylett RV. Folks were Michigan natives, you know, locally kind of owned and traded. They just decided it was time to swap out for something like a toy hauler here at Haylett RV because the way that they camp was just changing over the years. So if the RV is in storage, or if you're traveling and that slide's closed, at a glance, you look at this thing and you say, man, I can't really get through here. I mean, I could if I go, you know, jungle climbing over that dinette. But the cool thing on this floor plan, you don't really need to. And that's due to the second entry door back here in sort of the bedroom hallway area. If you notice, I mean, obviously it opens right in the bedroom. You can get in there. You can get to the bathroom door right here if need be. You can get to all of like your kitchen pantry and storage. You can get to your kitchen drawers. You can get to the dinette storage. You can get to the refrigerator. So that door is the door that you use when you reach your destination. The door behind us is the door that you're going to use when you're packing the camper up or if you're making a stop. The Windjammer series from Rockwood is not currently in production. They have plans, tentative plans to eventually reintroduce it, but long story short, their non-Vino's products were so popular they just had to put a simple hold on them. So this is something that's kind of hard to find in the marketplace right now. We've actually had quite a few people call, say, hey Josh, where's your Windjammers? Why don't you guys have those on the lot? And it's not that we don't want to, we just can't right now. The Windjammer series is also something that has gone through a few different phases and appointment updates. At the time this one was built, it was built to the exact same trim package as a Rockwood Signature. After this one was built, the trim package actually got scaled down on these a little bit. So this was the last year of the really, really high-end Windjammer with the extra tall ceilings, the vault, you know, all the hardwood fascia and things like that. You know, some very, very nice things here. Now this is a serious U-dinette. This is a true 4-person dinette or even 2-adult sleeper. It's at least 7 feet long and I believe at least 44 inches deep. There's storage all the way below it. You can see how there are drawers to easily access the side bench storage, and there's an outside compartment door to easily access the rear bench storage, although you can move that free floating table and just lift the top of that bench to get to that as well. All the windows are going to give you some excellent visibility here, and you'll find day-night shades equipped all the way around. Again, because this was built during the signature trim package level of the Windjammers. And this is just Rockwood doing Rockwood things. They're always so good about the neat little angles, the extra little bonus storage here and there wherever they can. I've really looked through this thing a couple times. I can see that it's been occupied, but like you can look at the fascia, you can look at all of your seating. It's not all broke down and wore out. You know, the flooring all looks good. This is sharp. This has been well kept. This was made during the period where most of the RV business was using air mattress hide-a-beds. I have not located the original air mattress bladder. That's pretty common on air mattress RV beds, hide-a-beds. My recommendation, you can spend less than 20 bucks on Amazon or go to Walmart or Target and get you a new air bed if you're even interested. However, what is neat is that front right there, that is actually a drawer that pulls open. And if I get right up here, below this deceptively deep rear stand behind the sofa, which is a perfect place to like place a drink or a, you know, book that you're reading, you can peek back here and you can see that if you fold the bed open, there is actually, oh, let me get a little closer. There is like a hidden headboard pocket in there. Now, these front windows don't open for airflow, but they do give you excellent visibility, and they do have the shields on them to protect them in transit. The one thing they're not good at is being camera friendly, as you can see right now. So if I get the camera up away from that and let it go back to normal, you can see you have this neat wraparound overhead cabinet space. And any of the cabinetry that you see in here is going to, any overhead cabinet door anyway, is going to have a strut to keep it open. These are all hardwood cabinet door frames. This was made when Rockwood was offering their cherry hardwood upgrade, and these are pocket screwed styles. You'll see the exact same cabinet construction utilized throughout the rest of the RV. So I mean, this thing is, it's built. What's cool about these front Vino's Windjammer jobs, you look at them and you think, oh man, they must be really great for towing. And between the wind cutting V-nose and the 4-wheel independent torsion suspension package on these, they in fact are very good for towing. But what's funny is their floor plans, especially with that big bed slide and all the storage back there, they are very conducive to park life. So it's what I call a portable park model, especially with no slides on the door side of the camper. If you have a deck or you just don't want to eat up your awning space, yeah, no, you're good to go. All the original electronics, remote controls, everything are present and accounted for. That is Bluetooth and DVD up there, by the way. That TV is designed to be removed and utilized outside if you are so inclined. All the lights are looking good. I haven't found any burned out, dulled out bulbs. I'm not finding dead bugs up in the light fixtures, which is a surprisingly common occurrence. There's a reason I mentioned that. We've also got the nicer solid surface counters here. Now this L-shaped peninsula counter is surprisingly functional, but what's also nice is there is a huge solid surface extension that you can also bracket on here that is just sitting under the bed right now. And a neat little note for the campsite cooks, this Rockwood does have a larger 22-inch oven as opposed to a smaller 16. There's also a corner angled pantry right here. You could use it as a linen cabinet or a combination. It's very easy to miss just walking through the way that it kind of snakes through the hallway, but that's part of the reason I like to put these videos together. As we slide into the bathroom proper, you can see that it does have a dual entry door. So if you have somebody on the dinette or the hide-a-bed, because that's what's neat here. This is a couples camper that if need be could comfortably sleep 4 adults, 2 on the master bed, 1 on the dinette, 1 on the front bed. And if you really had to get cozy, you could squeeze that up to maybe 6, but you're gonna have to know the person you're sleeping next to. The Max Air vent fan up here, or at this stage it was actually the Fantastic brand of vent fan, giving that superior airflow. Oversized vanity, and I love that extra little shelf pocket on the bottom of it. Perfect place for your little, you know, toothbrushes and etc. Well, then again, Rockwood always gives you a nice toothbrush hanger. Now, this sink is something that it's easy to overlook because you look at it and you think, oh, it's just a white plastic sink. It's actually a stone cast sink, which is a vastly superior component, rated for up to 500 degrees. So, I mean, plus, look at the size of this thing. It's not a small counter. It's just a huge sink. And no travel trailer tub. We have a nice standing shower. And with the vaulted ceiling and the skylight really intelligently positioned directly in front of the shower head, it gives you, plenty of headroom even if you're taller like me. And no one ever seems to get offended by a porcelain foot flush stool. Now back here in the bedroom, originally this RV had a queen bed. Previous owners purchased their own residential mattress they were using in it. They decided to keep that in their new RV. So we have put in place a brand new king-size bed in this camper. You can see it's still in the plastic. So you guys are going to enjoy a brand new mattress where no one else has ever slept on it. You know, you're not worried about someone else's fuzzy bugs, I guess you could say. Couple neat little notes here. You'll find the same style of construction under the skeleton of Rockwood's dinette. Anything that Rockwood builds is going to have an all aluminum skeleton, even the furniture that they build. Now the sofa's not got an aluminum skeleton because they bought the sofa, they didn't build it. But the dinette, the bed base, that's Rockwood right there all day long, baby, doing all sorts of aluminum skeleton work to keep this thing long lasting and lightweight. Now, this is an outside storage compartment below the headboard area of the master bed. You can see that it does have that extremely large kitchen counter extension I mentioned, and that is a little outside sort of stand that hooks onto the side of the trailer by the grilling station to give you a little sort of outside utility shelf. Now, you don't usually have to lift the bed up to get to the storage though, because you see these 2 giant drawers? The storage comes to you. Plus, this is another thing Rockwood's always done very well. They give you this very large closet and dresser space back here in the bedroom of these Windjammers so that, if you're going to be in this thing for an extended period, if it's going to be your seasonal home away from home, you want to spend more than just a week or 2 in this thing, you have the personal storage space to make all of that happen. And of course, there's TV hookups for above that stand. I haven't located anything remotely resembling like a ding, a dent, collision, damage, a leak, anything like that. By all accounts and measures, she appears to have been fairly well maintained. If I'm gonna just be ultra picky, I will say that the campside of the RV does have an observable level of oxidation to it, but that being said, you can still see a lot of reflectivity on this. It's not too far gone that if, a couple good applications of like a wash and wax would bring a lot of that gleam right back. Now, the other side of the RV is free of any of that. So what that indicates to me is where this RV was parked most of the time, the campsite faced the rising sun, which means that it got the biggest brunt of daily sun exposure. As kind of mentioned inside, these V-noses do help with headwind cutting, so this is a towing friendly rig. But what's really cool is how it's actually bonus living space. Because if you notice how that V-nose comes over the top of the chassis, it actually extends your living room. That's where that headboard pocket behind the sofa is located. But below that, these doors right here, that's where your propane system's hiding. So your propane's kind of protected as a result, which is neat. Power awning, power tongue jack, power stabilizer jacks, and closed belly. You know, it's got the hot sauce. It's got all the things it needs where it needs it. Again, this side of the trailer, I have located no oxidation, no fading in the decals. Everything looks good. Here in the middle, we got our tires. Oh, previous owners updated the tires. Those are Goodyear Endurance radials. Those are not the standard factory tires. So these are a better tire that is rated for 87 mile per hour as opposed to 60 mile an hour like the normal factory tire would have been. And you can you only need to put 80 pounds of pressure per square inch into these, meaning if you stop at any gas station or whatever, a normal like, oh, I gotta top the pressure off in my car tires air pump will do the job. You don't have to go to a specialty store. I also like that all your hookups are right here, including your black tank flush and your outside shower located right above the sewer outlet. So very much like a convenience station, if you will. It could use a little bit of a spring cleaning. It looks like there's just a little bit of shipping or road dust on it, I guess I should say, but overall, I'm not seeing anything here that really concerns me. They left a little piece of like pool noodle on top. Oh, that's why this thing looks good. I bet they had this RV under a cover at some point. Here's why I'm saying that. I'm playing campsite detective. You see that foam thing on top of that gutter? There we go. Well, that usually is something people will do if they have their RV under cover so that those rain spouts, that's the word I was looking for, jeez, don't punch holes or rub holes through your cover. Now, I have not seen a cover at this RV. I do not believe this RV comes with a cover. I want you to assume that it does not. If we magically find out otherwise down the line, great, congratulations, bonus. What I'm telling you right now, no cover. You know, entry door. Both entry doors are covered by the awning. Both entry doors are 30 inches wide. Both are triple steps. Both have the bigger entry handle. That's a neat thing about Rockwood. They don't make one door better than the other, really. And if we get up close to this awning, you might notice how it actually has an aluminum shield on it. That was another of those, what I'm calling signature level trim package elements that the later generation Windjammers actually lacked. And as long as we're on top of things, I figured we'd get on top of this super walkable laminated Rockwood roof here. And I gotta tell you, these folks knew how to take care of things. This is clean. I mean, this is super clean up here. You can see how they added a couple roof vent covers up here so that they could have all the vents open. Now, new from the factory, this included the fantastic vent fan cover above the bathroom vent fan, but over the bedroom and the living room, they did add those. The only thing I can say up here that's not completely complimentary, guys, is they have done some touch-up seals around the bathroom skylight, as you're supposed to. I will say, it's okay right now. It's not leaking or anything like that. I would say that within a year, I would really recommend doing a peel and seal on that vent, but everything else is good. I think that this RV actually has undergone a full peel and seal at one point. As a person who's been on top of a lot of Rockwood RVs, I can look at the sealant on this rear termination strip, and I can tell you that's not factory work, but it is done very well. It's very heavy-handed, very thickly laid on, so that there is no voids in anything, void being a very pretty word for leak, effectively. So overall, I think this is sharp. And especially since, unfortunately, these are not being currently produced, I think that, you know, if you've been looking at a Windjammer and you just can't get your hands on a new one, I mean, this is a sweetheart deal on a pretty well kept one right here. So whether it's, you know, new, used, or otherwise, hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, we do it all at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.